Sonny, you need to roll a d20 to defeat the evil orc.
Why does this dice have too many sides? Why can't we play a normal game like checkers?
Checkers don't have dice.
Can I defeat the evil orc? Can I? I summon magical lasers and 500 bees!
For the last time, it is not your turn!
Come back here, you dice!
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to The Sunflower Talk, an indie talk show where we bring on creators in the indie animation community to talk more about their projects.
I'll ask some questions, and then I'll ask some audience questions too.
But I rolled a d20, so I get to do the interview, remember?
Dang it!
Today on The Sunflower Talk, we have the creator of Dungeon Flippers.
But before we get to today's episode, let's take a look at some of our sponsors.
Hey! Stuck with an animation pilot or idea and don't have a crew? Let's bring it to life! I'm Livy, your partner at ScreenBits. We're an indie studio comprised of artists from all around the world, willing to help you with visual development, animation, compositing, and more! Not that!
Dungeon Flippers is an indie animated series created by Travis Fowler. Their pilot is now available on YouTube. Please welcome Travis!
I'm Travis Fowler, and I'm the creator of Dungeon Flippers.
Flippers? I'm quite the flipper myself, actually.
Thank you for being here, Travis. First question, what is Dungeon Flippers about, and how did you come up with the concept?
It's a fantasy real estate show about monster real estate agents who buy, sell, flip, renovate, and house hunt for their monstrous clients. So I'm a big fan of Dungeons and Dragons and all things fantasy and monsters and dungeons and such. And I always find it kind of interesting, especially when you kind of immerse yourself in that space, that dungeons are homes for monsters. And the idea that what may seem like a dank and musty old castle to us is actually kind of, it's a place where a goblin might live. And what's that all about? And my love of home renovation shows, like the two kind of merged one day. And I was like, wait a minute, this is a lot of fun.
That's an adventurous concept.
Ooh! I love D&D. Okay, Blossom. If I roll a nat 20, I am taking over this interview.
Wait, what happens if you don't roll a nat 20?
Yeah! Wait, what?
How would you describe your workflow?
Really just starting with the simple spark of an idea. What kind of a story do I want to tell? And then just breaking things down, like who will we get to see? Who says what lines? Like how will they act it out? Where are they going to be? Like that fun, like question of what's next and getting to decide that. So just very much starting simple and breaking things down more and more complexly. Because I did the writing and the animation for it and the boards, so I've been an animator for a while, but I had never done anything on the more like the writing side of things. So my writing is still fairly, I'd say, non-professional. Like I haven't done anything professionally, but I enjoy doing it.
Bun, not now. What inspired Dungeon Flippers?
There were a lot of little inspirations. Some of the first sparks for Dungeon Flippers actually came from late 80s, early 90s obscure cartoon David the Gnome. In one of the first episodes, David the Gnome talks at great length about his floor plan of his house and how he has, special trapdoors to keep the squirrels out and how all the plumbing works. And it felt so detailed and interesting that it reminded me of an HGTV show. But a lot of it is, there's so many different little inspirations. I'm also really inspired by Terry Pratchett's Discworld fantasy novels as far as like the humor and tone and the kind of imagination of this fantasy world.
Sure, bud. Anyways, Travis, what has been your experience being in the indie animation community?
It's been nice. I've only been here for a little while, but I love the passion that everyone puts into all their projects. Everyone's, got their own little story and their own little world to tell, and the sense of camaraderie I feel just seeing people posting the works in progress and art of their characters, like it keeps me going and it makes me want to make stuff to share with other people as well.
About what?
Next question. What is your favorite part about creating?
I feel like it's at the beginning and at the ending, I feel like are probably the most satisfying parts. That initial wave of inspiration that hits you where it's like, oh, this would be such a good idea. Then there's usually a very long part in the middle where you're sweating to get the thing made. But then as with the entire animation process, that magical time when you press the playback button and you get to see the thing move or act or happen, and it's like, it's all coming together. Both of those are super duper magical moments.
Oh, it's so fun seeing the process come together. Next, we have some fan questions.
Wait! First, let's take a look at today's sponsors.
What do you think we'll have for lunch?
You made it? Just in time.
And I will be your teacher for the year.
Do you ever regret it? Seeing how this world truly is.
That's not a very good guess now, is it?
No, not the game. Is the sun the reason why everything is different now? Is that why we had to leave town? Blue, why won't you tell me?
Oh, look at that. Path's all clear now and the city's just up ahead. Come on, we should set up camp there.
Right. Let's go.
Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Yay! Somebody get this thing over me!
Our first fan question reads, I found music to be a surprising delight in the pilot. Will we see more songs in future episodes? And/or what do you envision?
Ooh, yes. I do really enjoy writing musical numbers. Although I have to make sure, as much as I want to make as many musical numbers as possible, I'm trying to limit myself to only times when they feel absolutely necessary to not overwhelm everybody. But I would like to continue writing songs for the show.
Next fan question. Did the final product change from the vision you had during the writing and storyboarding?
There were a lot of scrapped earlier versions of the pilot that were much more ambitious. 4 or 5 musical numbers, huge crowds of background characters, a little too much. I scaled back a lot, but I did so very thoughtfully. So when I was actually writing the script for the Ace of Wands, I was kept everything fairly in check and doable. So the vision I had for the Ace of Wands pilot particularly was like clear in my mind from beginning to end.
Last fan question. What has been the most exciting thing for you and the team since the pilot's release? And what are you most excited for as the series continues? Non-spoilery wise, of course.
The response has been amazing. Like, I did not expect to get this many views so quickly, and there's been just an overwhelming amount of positive reception to it. I was not expecting it to do this well, but honestly, and so we've all been really amazed by all the nice things people have said. Most excited to get into all the little details about the world and getting to know the characters better. We really only have scratched the surface for what's to come with the Land of Splendor and Molly and Cleveland and all their ins and outs and the connections they have. I'm really excited to share all those fun stories with people.
Finally! I've been trying to talk this whole time! But now that I have a D20, I decree this is the Budflower Club! So, Travis, what is the meaning of life?
Bud! Quiet Coyote.
Blossom, we have hooves.
Ugh.
We're almost done with the interview. How about you ask the last question?
You got it, boss. Travis, your final question is... Who did you romance in Schmulder's Fence 2?
How did you even know what that is?
Well, since we have to unpack that, that's all the time we have for today. Where can the audience find you?
The YouTube channel is Dungeon Flippers on YouTube. There is a Dungeon Flippers merch page on Fourth Wall, as well as a Patreon page that you can find me under. Both ways to support the show. I may do a crowdfund soon, but I'll keep you updated. Those are still in the works.
If I roll a D20, everyone gets their own dungeon. You get a dungeon, and you get a dungeon. Wait! Phone a friend, mulch! Help!
Well, we better finish our D&D session. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm Blossom.
I'm Sunny.
And Indeed.
And we're signing off.
Did we play Cheesy?